Welcome to my channel. My name is Alex. Before we dive into this story, please take a moment to support my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss an update.
She not only got bullied, she got punished for being bullied.
Flora Martinez, a 12-year-old girl, suffered relentless bullying until she felt there was no escape. Heartbroken and hopeless, she made the tragic decision to take her own life. A boy had posted pictures of her online, mocking her appearance and calling her ugly. Every day, Flora had to endure torment at school, and even after her death, her bullies continued their cruelty. Screenshots of private messages surfaced, showing them laughing at her suffering and sending horrifying messages. Flora Martinez was born on November 15, 2011, in Las Vegas, Nevada. She was the youngest daughter of Alice Martinez and Joshua Parker, and had 6 siblings who loved her dearly. She had dreams, big dreams. She wanted to be both an artist and a lawyer, and she imagined a future filled with joy, adventure, and 5 dogs of her own. She was a city girl who adored the outdoors. She loved to dance, sing, and draw. Her artistic talent was undeniable. At home, Flora was full of life and warmth. She cherished her family, loved to chat for hours, and enjoyed spending time with her friends. She had a kind heart, always eager to spread love and laughter. Flora attended Dwayne D. Keller Middle School, just 5 minutes from her home. Like any other child, she was excited to start 6th grade in August 2023. She looked forward to making new friends and memories, believing this would be a year of happiness. But no one knew this fresh start would actually mark the beginning of the end. At first, everything seemed normal. Every morning, her father, Joshua, drove her to school. One of my favorite things was waking her up in the morning. I'd sing to her, and she'd groan, take a few more minutes, then finally get up and get ready. On our short drive, we'd have little conversations. I'd tell her to have a great day, that I loved her, and that I'd see her in the afternoon. But within weeks, Flora started struggling. The bullying at school intensified, becoming unbearable. Unable to endure it alone, she finally opened up to her parents, who were devastated. They immediately took action, reporting everything to the assistant principal. The school's advice? If it happens again, let me know. Flora did exactly that. But every time she reported her bullies, she got suspended along with them. Every single time she spoke up, the kids bullying her got suspended. But so did she, her parents explained. Sometimes they placed a no-contact order between her and the bullies. She'd come home confused, wondering what she had done wrong. She was following their instructions, walk away, tell the assistant principal. And yet, she was punished too. And the bullying only worsened. Every time Flora returned to school, the torment escalated. Desperate, she and her mother repeatedly sought help from school officials. Instead of real action, they were met with formal meetings that led nowhere. To our knowledge, no teacher stepped in. From what I understand, teachers aren't even allowed to intervene beyond reporting what they hear, Joshua said. The problem gets sent to the office, and that's it. At first, Flora didn't understand what was happening. She would hide in her room, thinking she had done something wrong. I'd come home from work and find her hiding. I'd ask why, and she'd say, "I'm in trouble." And I'd say, "Absolutely not. You didn't do anything wrong. Get out of here and go play." Her parents felt helpless. The school knew what was happening but did nothing. Flora was left to suffer, suspended for simply defending herself. And with each suspension, the schoolwork piled up, adding another layer of stress. In October, with no other choice, her parents requested an emergency school transfer, but the Clark County School District, CCSD, denied it. The student will be required to enroll and remain at the zoned school for the 2023 to 2024 school year, the district stated. If your child is in a magnet or choice school, they must stay until the annual contract is completed. Alice and Joshua were out of options. They even considered homeschooling, but the school warned them that Flora would have to repeat the 6th grade if they pulled her out. I had already kept her home for 2 weeks because of everything that was happening, and we were barely into the school year. When Flora returned, the bullying intensified. Students began physically fighting her. Her parents watched helplessly as their once joyful daughter became anxious and withdrawn. School was torture, but she went anyway, bravely facing it every day. Joshua picked her up after school, listening as she told him how her so-called friends turned on her. It broke my heart. She was in so much pain. All I could do was offer words of comfort. I felt powerless. As the school year neared its end, Joshua encouraged Flora to hold on. Every morning we counted down together. 2 more weeks, baby. Just 2 more weeks. You've got this. But they never reached the finish line. On May 7th, Joshua wasn't feeling well, so one of Flora's siblings picked her up from school. When she got home, she went straight to her room. Joshua, busy preparing dinner, decided to check on her. He noticed her door was locked, something she never did. She didn't respond. Panicked, he scrambled to find the key. The moment he opened the door, his world shattered. I rushed in, grabbed her, got her down, and started CPR. My other son helped me, cutting her down and trying to save her. But it was already too late. Flora was rushed to the hospital, but doctors confirmed the worst. She was gone. Days later, her parents learned about an incident that had happened at school just before her death. A boy, whom Flora may have had a crush on, publicly asked her out. She said yes. Then, in front of everyone, he laughed and said, "I would never go out with someone as ugly as you. It was just a dare." Alice wept, imagining the humiliation her daughter had endured. Even after Flora's death, the school never apologized. They didn't offer condolences. Instead, they sent a generic email to all parents, vaguely mentioning a student's passing, without saying her name. Worse, Alice continued receiving emails reminding her to register Flora for the upcoming school year. For 2 weeks after she died, they kept emailing me every morning to complete her fall registration. They knew she wasn't coming back. But they still couldn't take her name off the list. And the bullies? They continued mocking her, even in death. "I'm glad Flora killed herself," one wrote. "Makes me the happiest person alive." Another, "May she rest in piss." A classmate, Rico, was one of the few who spoke up. "She was so nice to everyone. I feel like it's my fault. I should have done something." Flora's parents knew this wasn't just one event. It was months of pain, suffering, and neglect. Now, they are fighting to prevent this from happening to another child. Our goal is to make sure no other kid goes through what Flora did. This isn't just happening in our city or state. It's happening everywhere. Joshua has made it his mission to attend every anti-bullying and suicide awareness event he can. If sharing Flora's story saves even one child, then at least we saved one.